What's up everybody and welcome to a video that I wasn't expecting to make. So, I just wanted to share something with you guys. I got this brand new Drift Ghost X camera from, well, Drift. It's for my motorcycle helmet because people that are in my town drive like assholes. So, I'm turning into a unboxing channel, I guess. Because, I mean... Fuck me. Anyway, so let's look at the box right here now. We got it's a really nice box. They put time to make certain things glossy, some things are metallic. On the back, it goes through all the features. It shoots at 1080p for 30 seconds. From what I know, it has a high refresh rate. I do not know the exact refresh rate. It shoots in 4 different types of resolution: 1080p, 960p, 720p, and then your 480p, or what's called WVGA. It's completely modular. You can live stream from this. It has a 5-hour battery life. It comes with all the mounts that you'll need, adapters for microphones. It takes, as I said, 1080p, 30 frames per second. 720p, however, you can get up to 60 FPS, which is pretty nice. It's weather resistant, so you can ride it out in weather and don't have to worry about your camera shorting out. It's Wi-Fi enabled, so you can connect to your phone. 300 rotatable lens, so it doesn't really matter which way you place it on your camera or on your helmet, rather, it will stay straight up, and it takes 12 megapixel still frame. So let's open it up, and we get greeted with, oh no, I'm sorry about this. Yeah, but you should do all of that. Links are all in the description, so let's get rid of that for right now. So we're greeted with what seems to be box and some modular pieces that aren't included in here. It looks like it says under here, available with, here, let me see if I can autofocus up on that for you. It will not. I'm sorry. It will not autofocus on that. Oh well. It says that there is an optional waterproof case in case you want to go surfing with it. And it also has a longer life battery, which I believe takes you from 5 hours with the base battery to 8 hours. So that's pretty neat. Let's look in here, see what we get in this bad boy before we take out this bottom piece. If we open her up without destroying the whole damn thing, we'll see we get a bunch of cables and mounts. Let's take a looky inside here. Alright. So, this one is your standard, looks like 3.5 millimeter jack to USB. This is your adapter for microphones. So, that one will be fun. Maybe some moto vlogs here in the future. Probably not. And then we have the charging USB. It charges over USB. It does not come with a power brick, so you just attach to your computer, so on and so forth. Alright, let's see what we get in the box. A handy dandy user guide that I'm sure I won't read through, and stickers, because nothing says self-promotion like sticking a couple of these stickers on the back of your helmet for all to see. I'm not going to do that. These will probably get lost or eaten by my dog. So, we'll put those right there so I can put them in his food bowl for later. I forgot to mention, however, in this box, or in the previous box, it has a rounded mount for, say, like your helmet, or it has this flat mount that you can put like on your dash of your car. And so, it works both ways. Alright, so, the Drift X. This is the camera. Feels pretty lightweight. This is the universal mount they talk about. It's all toolless, so you won't be needing me for long. Haha, joke, funny. It's pretty lightweight. This is the battery. Don't know how to quite get that out, so who really cares? These are two microphones on the bottom, along next to what looks like, yes, an SD card, and I can only assume that this is, wow, look at that, a USB. How could I have ever thought that? It's not like those are the only 2 ports in here. Man, I really wish I could get in that. So this right here, this is the screen to tell you when it's on or not. Very small, like size of my pinky nail small. So hopefully I won't be having to look at that. But this is the rotatable lens, and it claims to have a 300-degree rotation, which is pretty neat. So I can turn it completely 180 degrees one way if my camera will ever, there we go, focus. There we go. And it goes almost 300 or 180 on the other side. It's pretty neat, but I'm going to keep it straight up to my knowledge. So let's turn it on. Hold down the power button. It gives you a little audible beep, which is nice. Green light comes on. And like I said, ooh boy, is that a small, itsy bitsy little screen. It's so small that I don't even think I could get my camera to focus on it if I tried. But on here, I'll take a picture and I'll put it up now. It says K140 1080-30. And there's options you can go through to change modes and such. So let's get some on the street footage.
What's up, everybody? Today I'm finishing my review on the Ghost X camera by Drift Innovations. Now, this camera, I can't say I have that many complaints. Other than really the sharpness of the image, I can't really say that I'm upset with it. I did some math once we get going here. I love this camera just for the fact that when I purchased it for $99, I did not think I was going to get much. I know that it was a better camera for the buck. However, I did not expect to get what I got. What I got was a 1080p camera able to film in HDR, which I love because I use HDR mode. This whole video right now, it was recorded in its HDR mode at 30 frames per second, which I really like. I thought I had a zip run done. After work, my hands, they get like really swollen, and my gloves don't like to stay shut. Okay, so to the math that I did, what I did is I calculated per minute how long I could record. So, to my surprise, is that this camera has a 2 gigabyte internal storage, which is nice, because not everybody can just, go out and blow $100 some and then go out and, buy another SD card. I know I couldn't. But I did, because I'm bad with money. So what I learned is that per megabyte, so for every second, it takes 2.26 megabytes to record in HDR. By that math, you get, I believe, close to 2 hours of record time without even without a memory card. So I mean, really, 2 hours of recording time on just the internal storage alone is awesome. And I mean, the battery itself on this bad boy lasts a good 5 hours, and that's what it's advertised. They do have expandable memory. It can go up to 128 gigabytes. So on a 64 gig card like I have in my camera right now, I can record up to 41 hours. I think there's some weird way to translate that down. I don't know. So a total of 82 hours if you get a 124 gig card, which is the max that this camera can hold. That's ridiculous. That little kid loves my bike. He looked back. Gotta get kids interested in motorcycles. That way they'll buy one and race me. I'm not winning any races. Hey, god damn it. I hate when people do that. That's how you freaking die. Rush bar chips onto the street. But anyway, so the one complaint that I had when I recorded this video actually earlier was that I thought that there was a proprietary microphone that you had to have. Yikes, better than me. I was wrong. It's not a proprietary mic that you have to have. It's just I bought the wrong type of mic. So make sure if you're buying this camera that you buy a mic that is a three pull. Not a 4-pull. I have a 4-pull for whatever reason. I goofed up. My mistake. I should have done my research before just hitting purchase. Whatever. That was my one. That was my one real issue with this camera. Was that I thought that there had to be a special mic. You don't have to have a special mic. Right now the mic is hooked up to a recording device, so it doesn't even matter. I could only imagine that it would record in the same audio as this.
That's the curb I popped my ball sack on.
Dude, what the hell? Dude, either speed up or slow down. What the hell are you doing? My god, people are stupid. I can only imagine this, and I have an adapter that I'm hoping will work, because syncing everything up is a bitch and a half. So let's get back to what's really cool about this camera. This camera has a mode called video tagging or video looping. So basically what it does is it will take a snapshot from a designated amount of time in the past. So your camera will be constantly recording but not constantly saving until you press the save button on the camera, which is kind of nice, because if you only have, you know, the 2 gig internal storage, then you're gonna fill it up really quick if you're constantly recording. But listen, sir, it's a good way to save memory, basically, which I am all for, even though I have a big memory card. I got a big card. Big card. So in all reality, that's a really good feature to have. GoPro does it too, but GoPro, I believe their smallest amount of allotted time in the past would be 5 minutes. And I think that it's either fixed 5 minutes or it's 5 minutes and then up. I think you can go up to 10. I'm not quite sure. It's been a while since I messed around with the GoPro. But with the Ghost X, you can go down to 30 seconds in the past, or I think it's 10. My God, is it 10? Future Trevin, put it on the screen. What's the winning number? That's the winning number. But anyway, so the video tagging feature is pretty nice in the fact that it's a good way to save on. Dude, pick a lane. It's a good way to save on storage. Also, it does something that GoPro doesn't, and that is that you can hit the tag button and it will save the last designated amount of time, but it won't. It will give you an extra 30 seconds at the end of recording, so everything past that point, which is kind of cool. And then if you want to continue recording, you can hit the power button again, or the shoot button, which it is, and it will give you an extra 30 seconds. So say you wanted to save the last 5 minutes of recording, and because you get rear-ended, God forbid. So now you have 5 minutes of the past, 30 seconds of after you press the button, and the guy is coming out and yelling at you from his car. You keep hitting that power button and it will keep recording for another 30 seconds and another 30 seconds and another 30 seconds, which for GoPro would create a new file every single time for every press, where with the Drift Ghost X it's just one solid file, which I'm not quite sure if that's for the entire session or if it's just for the rapid succession of presses. I'll have to do more research into that. But in all reality, it has some nice filters. Right now I'm using the Vivid filter. I kind of like it better than the normal filter. The normal filter is just a little bit too blue for my taste. I like things like the way I'm looking through my my visor. It's a little bit tinted with like a yellowish tint, so I kind of like that. It makes it feel like it's softer on the eyes. So that's what I'm using. And the onboard mic itself, of course, is going to be bad, but the wind is really gnarly. The wind really just tears apart your ears. But in all reality, I would recommend this camera to anybody that's on a budget and needs one for, you know, vlogging, because it has the external adapter that it comes with it, or for long rides, for race days, for just trips in general. It's really nice to have, especially with that 5-hour battery and the expandable storage. But yeah, that's my review on the Drift Ghost X. If I'm right about the microphone, I will let you know right now on the screen, but I'm quite sure I'm right. And when I'm quite sure I'm right, I'm usually wrong. So, the unknown's a bitch. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.